Well, I am live. Don't see anybody in here yet. All right, we got two people in here. Anybody want to say who's in here? Probably some of the usual suspects. What's up, Keith? Well, as I said earlier, the subject of this evening is going to be some barrel picks. So if you guys got any questions about what's coming up for the store, got some things in the works right now for picking some barrels. So they are in motion, and pretty soon they will, sorry, start rolling in. Uh, Old Ezra should be hitting tomorrow. Looking forward to that. The Ezra, I think it's Ezra Brooks 107, the Distillers Collection. I don't think they're actually calling it Old Ezra at this point in time right now. But um, that should be hitting tomorrow. The Rebel Distillers Collection hit. And very satisfied with this. And I hope all of you guys that have had a chance to get this have enjoyed it. What's up, Paul? Did anybody want to give me some feedback on this Rebel pick, the Rebel Yell? I think I know I've heard from you guys what you guys think, and everybody got in and got their bottles pretty quickly. Still got some left at the store. If there's anybody out there looking for it or wants to get it or is on the fence, you should really do yourself a favor. Get in there. Thanks, Paul. Fucking awesome. Yeah, get into the store, get the Rebel. The old Ezra is coming, or Ezra Brooks. I forget technically what it's called. I think it's Ezra Brooks. It's the 107, which I believe the 107 used to be called Old Ezra as well. And then they just did the Old Ezra barrel proof. But in the works, we have an Eagle Rare that has been picked that should be coming. I guess to you guys tonight, I'll spill a little bit of information and say that we should be getting another horsey barrel. So you guys should know what that means. Um, and I have planned a trip to go up to Grand Traverse with none other than our local famous other poster reviewer of whiskey here on the local group, the US 24 group. Mr. Nate is going to be accompanying me to Traverse City to pick some of their Triple X barrel proof. We did a pick last year that was fantastic, and we will be doing another one this year. And there's no better person to accompany you on a barrel proof pick than Nate. So I'm looking forward to that. We should be able to stir up something quite special. And it'll be fun to go to the distillery and actually do the pick rather than last year we did it from a kit. They sent it and it was really nice. They sent you really nice, all full pint size. Sometimes you get 200 ml sizes. Sometimes you get a pint when they send you a sample. Sometimes they give you a whole bottle, which is nice too. That's what Wilderness Trail did, which was one of my favorite picks of last year. If anybody, I don't know, we had some really damn good picks last year. It's hard to say which one was the best, but that Wilderness Trail has a little special place in my heart. Still waiting to hear back from our Heaven Hill reps and see what we can stir up that way. And I'm trying to pester up some other things. Um, it's been a slow start to the year comparative to last year. Even though last year we had a major delay. I should have went and done all the picks in the spring. But the lovely state of Michigan changed the way they're handling their picks, and everything's staggered, so that factor kind of sucks. Is what it is, and I'll keep going forward. So we got an Eagle Rare. We have the Horsey barrel coming. The Ezra Brooks should be hitting tomorrow, and hopefully we can stir up something good at. I was told earlier this year that we'd get one Larceny store pick, and then they were discontinuing it. So maybe that's still possible. Not sure. But all Heaven Hill really offers is their Elijah Craig and their Larceny, as far as I'm aware of. They really could increase or expand that, in my opinion. It's kind of criminal that they leave it to just that. I mean, if you look at the sheer amount and volume that Buffalo Trace does with their picks, there's quite a few. You can get Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, Blanton's. Yeah, an Old Fitz pick would be awesome. Supposed to have a Knob Creek Rye in the works. I don't know. I've heard Jim Beam has ran short with their bourbon stock. I don't know if this is true or not. For a while there, consistently every year we were getting good Knob Creek picks. And I'm hoping, yeah, Keith, that we get the rye. Ryes are not as popular as bourbons, and they do not move as well as a bourbon pick does. It just, unless it's something, and even when you do have something that's more notable in the rye world, it just doesn't move the way you would like it to in comparison with getting single barrels of bourbon. So definitely always would love to get more ryes, but given the current market and what people are buying, I have to bear that in mind for the store. We'll have a little pour of the Rebel. So as I said in my last video, we were there in October, picked this. We had an amazing time, and took a long time for these barrels to show up finally. So glad they did. I tell you what, that's the finished product, proof down to 113 proof. Let's go for the control bottle that I was given at the distillery after we picked this. They sealed it up and sent us home with the control sample of each of these. These are definitely uncut, unfiltered. You still got plenty of particulates. Oh, swimming around there in that good old brown bourbon. So this is the wheated. It is a 125.7 proof. This came from their warehouse 1, tier 1, floor 6, position 11, and Rick 28. Oh yeah, lots of chunky floaties inside this. They're good for you. So it'll be interesting, when you pick these, you always have to wrap your head around that, and you always have water there available to you, so you can try to take these down and cut them down to the proof that they're going to arrive at when they're bottled. But you're kind of doing that in a vacuum, and not a vacuum, but it's just you're doing it on a micro scale versus the full scale of what the barrel's going to be. So you always have the questions in the back of your mind where it's going to be and what it ends up when it's finally there and arrives. And it's really, really nice when they give you a control sample especially if it's at the proof, uncut. You get to see where it's at. And at the slightly higher proof, there's so much more of that earthy funk inside of this. I'm sure you guys, Nate, some of you guys referred to that funk that I like to find in some of these bourbons. And it's kind of hard to put your finger on what that funk is, but I think I kind of touched on it in my last video. I think it's that combination of oak, earth, and leather. It's a quality that just really strikes my fancy. It always allures me in the nose, and when it arrives on the palate, I love to find that earthy, oaky, slightly leathered note that you'll find inside of it that gives it that funk. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I wish you could have just got it at this proof and gave it to you guys. They chose to water it down a little bit, which probably stretched it out to a few more barrels that everybody's able to get a hold of. But where it's at right now is fantastic. Yeah. And again, I get the cherry, like cinnamon. I hate to say baking spice because it's just something that comes up, that combination of maybe cinnamon, baking, vanilla, whatever. It's kind of a generic tasting note to say baking spices, but it does make sense. So anybody out there, seems like everything's pretty damn smooth and stable here doing YouTube Live comparison to Facebook Live, which all of you guys know, especially guys from the group. I've done quite a few Facebook Lives. I mean, I started all this just going live from my phone. Um, when I started this group and started doing this, working and going and picking barrels, it's been a, you know, growing process and learning and trying to expand and always improve upon what I'm doing. Uh, so far, YouTube Live seems to be pretty stable. I don't see much activity in the chat. I don't know if you guys are just listening to me babble. Man. I tell you what, I'm going to save the rest of this for you guys here in the local group. In the next meet we get together and have, I'm going to bring what's left of this and let you guys all have a little bit of a taste of what this was like straight out of the barrel. Paul's making an old fashioned with the mammoth pig. Oh, there's Mr. Nate has joined us. What's up, Nate? So, me and Nate are going to go do the Triple X Traverse City barrel proof pig. Very much looking forward to doing that. The barrel we got last year was fantastic. And out of all our local in-state offerings, I think some of the stuff they've got some cool stuff going on. It's gonna be a trek for us, man. It's like a 4.5 hour drive, but yeah, it'll be worth it. So hopefully this will improve here too, man. You know, just using the webcam on up top of my monitor here for this evening. I will probably break down and start using the camera that I record with, which does definitely give me, I think, superior quality to the old webcam. But hey, for the price I paid for the webcam, it's not bad. I'm decently pleased with the way things look, and hopefully things are sounding great on your side, man. Let me know. I don't know. It seems like when I was doing this through Facebook, there were just choppy moments and always things breaking up, and there are always little glitches. Cool, sounds great. We'll see how this is once it ends. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't have the software to capture this. I don't know if YouTube automatically captures this and allows me to keep the stream. I think you kind of have to have third-party software, and because when I was setting it up, it kind of requires that. I think so. We'll see. Let's just see how it goes tonight. Yeah, better than fucking Facebook. That's great. Facebook's quality sucked. So what's everybody think? I had to laugh at Facebook's response to Apple when they're blocking their ad tracking. Is they're threatening to charge iPhone users with to pay to use their services. Which they'll never get away with. I mean, I don't know. Facebook's a good platform, I guess. I'm pleased with our local group, the US 24. Apple has me by the nuts. You know what? It's we're all by the nuts, no matter what camp we're in. We all love these fun gadgets. Oh well. Off topic. We're discussing barrels, and again, if anybody's got any questions about the barrels and trying to get some things together, and we may just have to pester some places, see what we can get. Sweet. What's up, Rick? Yeah, the chat seems to be working really good, man. Really responsive. Yeah, there's a weird thing going on. Each and every time I would go Facebook Live, there was such a delay in what I would see from the chat. And this seems to be happening in real time pretty efficiently. Well, Mr. Lawson, as soon as we start a Black Ops plan and we load up, and that's going to be a covert operation. I don't know, maybe if we were billionaires and we just had money to throw around, we could just walk right in there and just say, we'd like to purchase a barrel William LaRue Weller. And we don't want this, we want a good, we want a 20-year-old. Yeah, I'll do my best, guys. I'm going to save the rest of this sample so you guys can have some. Definitely want some of you guys to try this right out of the barrel the way it was meant to be tasted. Not that taking it down to 113 is too shabby. That's still goddamn respectable. Mm-mm-mm. So we have another horsey pick coming in. The sample, the control bottle is 125.7. It's got the funk. I think, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is that a good way to, I guess I think the funk is that earth, the leather, and the oak. Earth, wind, and fire. Oak, earth, and leather, bro. Leather. We won't get talking about leather with Keith, man. He might show up in a gimp suit. Yeah, maybe that yeasty, bready. Yeah. Yeah, maybe like if I'm thinking what you're thinking, like the yeasty bread, that chewy. Hey, whatever it is, it's goddamn good. And I'm going to keep looking for it. And when I find it, and I think you guys seem to appreciate it, we'll just keep going for it. So, rumored too, we may get a Weller store pick this year. So maybe no William LaRue Weller, but we may get a Weller FP. So, hey, that's good enough. And I won't require that you guys sell a kidney to buy a bottle. How does that sound? Ah. Oh, I'm sure I'll save a case or two for you core members, because if and when we do get that and it does come in, I mean, our Blanton's barrel sold out within an hour. If we're able to get that in, it's going to be insane. I think Keith uses the still rights as his aftershave. Well, guys, I guess that's a good little bit of information about our barrel picks thus far. There's still more to stir up throughout the year. Things are slow. Like I said, the state's staggering things. So, Aquavelva. We'll be getting whatever we can get our mitts on to bring to you guys. So, I'm sure there will be more to come to fruition soon. But I think this was a pretty good stream, man. I enjoyed this. It was definitely a lot better quality sounding and looking. The chat's working better. So I don't know, man. I think we should do a side by side. Keith, we'll pour you some still rights and I'll bring you a fresh steaming sample from one of my hounds. Nice. Maybe I'll continue these lives and always post the link and do them from YouTube. Figure out a way to capture and save these as well too. But as all you guys are in here this evening know, we have our scheduled Zoom meet coming up soon. So with that said, I think I'm going to end the live stream and take this over to the Zoom in a minute or two. School.